Prime Minister Netanyahu of Israel has convened their expanded emergency cabinet, saying the national unity on display sent a message at home and abroad as the country gears up to demolish Hamas in Gaza. Netanyahu claimed that Israel will demolish Hamas. Moreover, the Israeli PM also stated that the land has been of the Jews for over 3,500 years and it is not Palestine's land.
We were conquered by the Byzantines. The Jewish people have lived in the land of Israel, what is now the state of Israel, have lived here and have been attached to this place for about 3,500 years. 3.5 millennia. Now, roughly for 2,000 years, we were conquered by the Romans, we were conquered by the Byzantines. They did a lot of bad things to us, but they didn't really exile us, contrary to what people think, okay? The loss of our land actually occurred when the Arab conquest took place in the 7th century. The Arabs burst out from Arabia, and they did something that no other conqueror, not the Romans, not the Byzantines, not the Greeks before them, not Alexander the Great, nobody did before. They actually started taking over the land of the Jewish farmer. They brought in military colonies that took over the land. And gradually, over the next 2 centuries, the Jews became a minority in our land. So it is under the Arab conquest that the Jews lost their homeland. The Arabs were the colonials. The Jews were the natives dispossessed. Well, that happens in history. The Jews were dispossessed. We were flung to the far corners of the earth, suffered unimaginable suffering because we had no homeland. But we didn't disappear, and we never gave up the dream of coming back to our ancestral homeland. The Arabs who had conquered the land basically left it barren. They never made it their own. It was a barren land. It really had, practically it was an empty land. And in the 19th century, the idea of coming back next year in Jerusalem became a reality. By the way, in part because of Christian Zionist support for the idea of the Great Return. The Jews came back in the 19th century to the land of Israel. The result of this return was that we started building farms, factories, places of employment. Arabs from nearby countries started immigrating, and they now they call themselves Palestinians. They reconstructed history and said, we've been here for centuries. You have no right to be here. It's our land. It's not your land. It's been our land for 3,500 years. Jewish people.
Group Captain UK Devnath continues to be with us. Group Captain Devnath, a very strong statement there by Benjamin Netanyahu talking about how the Jews were dispossessed of their land, talking about how the land has been of the Jews for over 3,500 years, and also reiterating his resolve to demolish Hamas, even as the government convened an emergency cabinet, and it's all-party cabinet now. It's an expanded emergency cabinet now that met.
Oh yes, Prime Minister Netanyahu is very strong patriot. What he has said, that Jews being there since the days of Moses and Abraham, is absolutely truth. International law, I am talking about the present day laws which govern present day environment, like the laws which are enshrined in ICJ, International Court of Justice. They give a lot of weightage to ancient heritage, but at the same time, the present day modern laws give a lot of weightage to immediate ancestors. See, all over the world, if anyone starts quoting his heritage 3,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, then the entire world will be in turmoil. We claim ourselves Aryans, and by this logic, even I will go and try and settle down probably somewhere in Uzbekistan. It does not work like that in present day environment. The word legal system has evolved. We must stay with the legal system which is inherent today, which gives a lot of weightage to a recent lineage. Where was my grandfather? Where was my ancestors 5 generations ago, or maybe 7 generations ago? We cannot dig out the ancient legacy. I am from Bengal. My ancestors were in Burma, in Rakhine. Suppose I'm giving a very private example. Can I go back to Rakhine and claim that I'll settle down there because my grandfather's grandfather was in Burma and Rakhine? It does not work like that in present day international judicial system.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.